the buttons. Press the buttons that let me do the thing. Oh boy. Let's just do some of, let's get some of that going, do some of that. Hit him with one of those. Let's go to the YouTube page. Figure out how that works. Thing. Now we got that going. Then we can ping. It's Fortune from Within. Howdy. Okay, like actually, oh, do you have like notifications set up or something? Every time I stream, you get like a phone notification or something? Because it's getting eerie. You're too good at it. Far too good. I haven't even pinged the stream yet. All right, twitch.tv/ right, I can just do that. Okay, all right, pinged everyone. And then finally, what's up, Van Dweller? Howdy. I am sleepy. That's fine. Mildly productive day. Made a Patreon video. Made some side cash tutoring someone in calculus, and then now we're gonna mix music and whatnot. I'm gonna work on this song from wait, why isn't, oh, I have to enable the chat. There we go. Now the chat's there. You'd expect the chat to just be hidden, but when I disable the source on OBS, okay, I still haven't figured that out. Honestly, I never even have spent any time or effort into figuring that out, but that's fine. Okay, we're gonna work on the song that I worked on in yesterday's stream, the remix of my buddy's song. Hey, what's up, Canyon? And I need to figure out this breakdown, and I further need to figure out what I'm doing over here. This thing here, this guy is like way too compressed. Maybe just like, why is there a reverb the entire time? I don't think that is supposed to be happening at all. this breakdown needs work. This breakdown, I added a couple things, and I need to make it better. How do I route my side chaining? This particular song is just using compressors and stuff. It's super old. This is a remix of someone else's song, so it doesn't have like my template and everything set up. But typically I use Baraska's ring modulation sidechainer max for live thing, which basically does everything that the new Kilohertz ring mod sidechain thing does, but it was like before they came out with that. And I just have groups already set up, so I already have a drums group, and in the drums group I have a kick snare group subgroup, and the kick snare subgroup is typically what I use to sidechain the things I need sidechaining. So I always ring mod sidechain my sub bass along with envelope ducking with, you know, look ahead, and then whenever an element needs to get sidechained by something, I just do that, usually just with the stock compressor. So ring mod sidechain, fancy sidechain for a kick and sub relationship, everything else stock compressor. Yeah. And when you use a stock compressor, I just sidechain directly for like right now all the synths are sidechaining directly from the kick snare, and I'm using a high pass filter. So there's a no, don't stop it. My kitten has discovered that my socks are really fun to attack. So she's just been tearing the shit out of my feet. But only when I'm wearing socks. So maybe I gotta stop wearing socks, however it's cold. She's being so cute. Oh my god. Use the virtual riot method. I don't know what the virtual riot method is. I know he made a video describing ring mod sidechain, and his video actually is like the best of like everyone who's made a video trying to explain it. Like most. Stop fucking attacking my feet, please. Oh my, no. Okay. Say goodbye. This is the cat. And you're out of here. Okay. Yeah, no, she's nuts. Her pupils, you see, they dilate so much, like right before she attacks anything. It freaks me out. I forgot what I was talking about. I don't know, sidechaining, it's whatever. Okay, I need to make a breakdown. Oh yeah, I was explaining high pass filter on the sidechain input. So the tail of the kick sub never goes through, only the transient, and thus you can get like really fine control with like a release and attack and whatnot and look ahead. So that's usually kind of all you need. That's all I used for the longest time until I started using Baraska's thing. But the only reason why I'm using Baraska's thing, frankly, is for the ring mod sidechain built into it. I don't know, I've always just been fine just using stock Ableton compressor with look ahead, honestly. Basically route all audio to an audio channel that's got shaper box. See, that's too much effort. That's too much effort. Just stock Ableton compressor. I think it sounds fine. Sometimes you need to tweak it a little bit, but that's the case with like every sidechain. But and then we need to mute all this other shit. There's a bunch of other stuff that's playing. Alright, and then this thing. Do we want? Let's do the shift pitch hack. I did not add the pizza tones yet, no. But thank you for reminding me. We made a bunch of sound design yesterday, and a lot of this is probably very usable. It's way more aggressive than I was expecting. Weird. Very weird. It makes a lot of noise afterwards. Do we do anything for widening the mix on the master? No. Nah, like never. Sometimes if I'm mastering someone else's song, I'll play around with just like the widening thing in Ozone. I will automate width down in the middle for breakdowns. So like here, width goes down to 35% and then opens back up. Make shit pop, makes it good. Okay, you just gonna have that and that. Here, let's get SoundCloud to MP3. I don't have the original MP3 of this song, but I can just rip it and then I can use it as a reference. Because there's a lot of sounds in this. When he gave me the project file, it was missing a lot of sounds that were lost to the ether. Because I don't know, computers sometimes do that. So some of the sounds I did not get, and there's certain stuff in the breakdown that I want to like try to capture a little bit better and stuff like that. So let's see what we got. Got this thing. You we can just set you to exit out. Yeah. This is the breakdown in the original song. That big saw, not delay line bass that's super wide, I don't have that sound and I have no idea how to recreate it. So there's a lot of stuff that I would like in that. Let's check this thing over here. This is a mess. This is all stuff that I pushed aside when I was working on this originally. And then in the process of mixing the song, I completely fucked over this end of the thing. But right, there's that. So we got that thing. What else do we have? Let's just copy all of these. Really? Copy all of that. Go to the breakdown. Oh my lord. I'll have to mute this. Or hear me out. Let's go over here. Yeah, I know, you're all super crazy. Let's take all the synths. Take all the synths at the same time. And then let's resample all of them and record them. again because I fucked up and shouldn't have been recording that thing. How do I generally decide what sound should be what? Just the things. I don't know. Things that should be your central focus should be in the center. I don't know. Let's take all of these. You guys, you're gonna go in the breakdown, and then what the fuck is this thing? Where's that? Where are you coming from? Oh, you're. Fuck! I was hoping you were synth. We have a dynamics generator. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to make that. But that's fine. I mean, I can make something similar, but it's just I want that original patch to properly capture the original song intention, you know? But okay, let's think about wideness, I guess. Why is it still playing? Shut the fuck up. What? Oh. So that boom 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 boom, that's the main focus of this, right? That's the big bass line. And it's pretty wide, but there's a lot of elements in it. And while it's wide, it is centered. It's not like absurdly wide. We also have, they're all a little bit wide. That's the only one that like sounds pretty much mono. But altogether, like, it's not obscenely wide, right? And that's the main central focus. Some sounds are broken? The fuck? The fuck? Did I mute some things? Why are you all quiet now? Where's the, oh. There we go, okay. Okay, that's whatever. Alright, let's go back to the breakdown. Yeah, okay, this pitch hike thing ain't doing it. What if we do a pitch shifter on a delay? Spooky. Yeah. And then let's take this guy. Because I don't know where that high pitch melody thing went. Let's make this high noise, bring that down, some of this, and then invert. Okay, Ableton record a MIDI clip while looped in the arrangement, but not right over what was just recorded as it loops. Control click, and you can arm multiple different devices. So you, like, if you have, I can have the MIDI get written. Here we can set this to like input from 51, and then now I can record the straight audio into this, and then I can record the MIDI from this into these guys, assuming I set them to take in from 51. There's too much happening. Let's turn this back on. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, and then I'm just gonna reverb you out. Yeah, just like something obscene like that. It's ass. It's ass. It's ass. What do we do over here? Yeah, we're just missing so many of the sounds. Is that high pitch thing just playing the same stuff? It sounds like it's kind of playing the same things, but it's like way higher up. Let's make another thing. Dude, it's raining fucking buckets outside. Popping off. Here, let's make this super twinkly. Da-da-da. Twinkles. Oh, and can't even hear the harmonics of that high up. What if we mute that and then bring it down? No, that's too crazy. It's too crazy. You need a fundamental. And then we'll hit this with an auto filter, doing something like that. it's like just repeating the same thing too much, which is fucking boring. Bring down melody. Weather do be changing weirdly lately. Yep, it's gonna keep happening. I need that goddamn synth patch. It's gone. I mean, I made the rest of the song without it. Right? Yeah, we're not gonna have that. That's fine. I did remember, what is it called? Yeah, the Dream Shaper base. I did make a synth patch that makes similar-esque sounds to the main patch. So the main patch, or like the main motif, sound is cutting out. Hey, what's up, Maxfield? Howdy, welcome. Okay, so we got the main motif in this section over here. Where's that? There's some string here. Here? Yeah, that? I don't like that. Wait, where are you? You in it. Yeah, just no. Not right now. Not right now. But this thing is real cool in that we got single sine wave into frequency shifter at 34%. Into another frequency shifter at a little bit less. So we got, I don't know, some inharmonic weird overtone shit, and then you just hit it with erosion and like a bunch of dynamic stuff, and then phasers and whatnot. And it sounds super cool, but also it's like additive and weird sounding and like really hard to make work melodically with other stuff, but I don't know, it works here. Anyways, I remember I tried to recreate essentially how this thing works with this patch. Honestly, you just make a bunch of really cool shit really easily. Let's go 130, was it 136? Let's make some stuff out of this. Anyways, a bunch of cool sounds out of that. So that's neat. I liked some of these. This bit reminds me of Super Task for sure. Like some super fucking slow, minimal like drum loop thing going with just this overhead. Maybe this would be made a little bit more rhythmic or something, but like I feel like I for sure heard this in like a Super Task thing. you think we can make that work in the breakdown, or would that be too stupid? I mean, the breakdown currently is stupid, so it's just gonna still be stupid. Yeah, no, it's all these things that I added are just making it worse. What happened to my snare? What's going on? Let's have this, since it's super wide, let's have it start off not wide and then it explodes out. Yeah, you go 100. And then I don't know, let's just find a different sound. Kind of cool. Except I did too much stuff here. Let's make you slow down. And then we'll hit him with the crossfade. Hit him with the crossfade sooner. Except we won't hit him with the crossfade sooner. We're gonna move this one over. You know? Except that was actually stupid, and we're not gonna do that. Now, okay, well, I did not solve the breakdown problem whatsoever. I'm tired of working on it, so I want to work past that. Also, do a couple things. What do I want to do now? Let's try to make. I need to make so we have a problem with the song in that we have an A section and we have a B section, and we have an A section and then a B section and then a breakdown, and then we have a C section, C section, it's a word, and then a B section, and then C and B. So we got A, B, C, B, C, B. B ends up getting really fucking boring by the end of it because you end up hearing it like 4 times. So I need to make greater variation on the B section in the second go around, I think. Which also sucks because it's still the coolest section, so I need to make it still pop and not yeah, that goes into it, honestly. It's a little questionable, but it's whatever. Right? And then we can also hit it with, like, I don't know, asymmetrical nonlinear distortion. That's kind of sick, yeah. And then let's make this guy. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm just putting sounds around. Right? And now you might be like, that sounds like ass. Yep. You might be like that. That's true. Right? Give it a little, I don't know, make it sound kind of Doppler shifty. That's kind of cool. But I still want to hear the high end actually in this bit. Oh, you know what? See, this is actually when I needed the normal distortion. This is when the normal distortion would have been better than the OG one. Or not distortion, auto filter. Duh. Because I just wanna hit it with a dry wet. Right? And then we can still have this go down, but then we can bring the sparkle back in via dry wet instead of opening the filter. Kind of works. And this creates a poly, like not a polymeter or whatever. It's just doing triplets, which is cool. So it sounds like it's going out of time at the very end bit. So let's you sound pretty awesome up until like there. What if we like do that? What if we do oh, something like that. And then that. And then now, too much delay. Put the delay back after. And then I changed my mind on that dry wet thing, maybe a little bit. It sounds like it's like glitching a little bit at the very end in a way that is not great. Complex mode? Complex usually sounds like ass though. We just like I'm not super crazy about just the very ending there. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, what's up, Hoopla? How you doing? Maybe it's the panning. Maybe it's too much hard panning. It shouldn't be that crazy. No, that ending bit sounds like ass. Let's give it the old, well, hold on, let's disable automation, paste this guy here, and then give it the old crossfade. Almost. Let's just make it shut up there. Why can I? Oh, it's blending with the other synth. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Oh Lord. Are you? Is it? No, it's not. Never mind. I'm a genius because it's the thing I thought it was doing was not. I was stupid about being stupid. So I mean, I'm still stupid. I don't think it's like a negative. I don't think it works like that. But maybe we just like swell reverb here and just have it like off in the left ear. No, I'm even dumber than before. I'm 3 times stupid. So even if it was a negative applying, then it's still. We're still back at stupid. I just had the dry wet down and I was trying to play with the auto filter to mute it. That's kind of cool. Maybe less like. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Let's go over here. Oh my god, shut up. listen to the rest of the thing. Sounds kind of bad. It's fine. I just gotta add more other shit. I gotta go back to the original thing, which was using UVI samples. Because, like, I guess the idea is that, you know, okay, we're repeating this drop from over here. How do we make it cooler? Layer it with real samples as well as the virtual instruments, right? Kicks the long way. Kicks the... Wait, what? Yeah, Hoopla is cracked. For sure. I think he's, I mean, we met and became friends via the YouTube channel, but I think he was like one of the first commenters on my very first video too, which is pretty neat. Wait, no, we listened to each other's mixes first, I think, on the first Tipper and Friends DJ mix from like 2022, 23, I think 22. Is kind of cool. That is pretty neat. We need you to only come in towards the end though. That's cool. Are you that's like, I mean, I'll grant you I haven't listened to it in like over a year, but I thought that was a very, very good mix. I mean, you're your own producer, you're your own greatest critic or whatever, but you're cooking. There's a lot of original stuff. And I think also, like, it sounded original and unique relative to a lot of the submissions. So that's also a big thing. Oh, E-Course? Yeah, you gotta go to that. E-Course at Sewanee this last year, that was the best set of the entire weekend. That shit was insane. He's like at the top for sure. Like French or some shit. That's all I know about him. He's French and he's really good. Okay, how are we doing this? How the fuck? Where's the delay spray coming from? Is this... How did he... Oh. What? Some of this is not done by me. This is a remix of a buddy of mine's song. By the way, he goes by Ask, and he has like 100 followers on SoundCloud, which is absolutely criminal. So I'm gonna shill his music. Y'all should check out his music. It's very, very good. This is his track I'm remixing. Now, what the fuck is causing the spraying? Is this? Oh, I see. Right here, we can just give it some of that, and some of that pretty quickly, and then we'll just high pass it. Just hit him with one of these. I shouldn't have done it there. I should have done it on the final group, obviously, because that's where the low pass is. Oh, I'm slipping. Can't I cannot. Okay, and then you need to shut the fuck up. You need to stop. Just stop. You're just gonna get smothered with a pillow. Number of followers doesn't mean anything. Like, fucking Bill Bless, who's like, he's one of my greatest inspirations. He's been making music for like, I don't know. I have no idea how long. He has albums out from like 2001 or 2003 or something. Let's check out Bill Bless on, did he take down here's his SoundCloud. No, it just takes you straight to Gravitas. Did he take down his SoundCloud? I mean, he's kind of a hermit from what I've heard. Oh, here he is. 58 followers. I mean, that's probably his own doing, frankly. All of his stuff is hidden now. I don't know what's up with that. But on all the streaming services and everything, he has like 100 listens or 100 followers or whatever, and he's like one of the greatest. And frankly, like, followers doesn't mean anything. There's so much talent out there. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Especially in this scene, there's just so many talented creative artists and producers and whatnot. It's daunting for sure. Too many talented people. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'm not actually a fan of the delay here. Yeah, his Son of the Electric Ghost project, which apparently he had an album I was not even aware of in the slightest. Son of the Electric Ghost. This is his alias from like early 2000s. Yeah, 2004. If you've listened to the Shambhala Tipper mix, you know this song. This one. Come on. Sounds like that. Fucking amazing. This album is one of my favorite albums of all time. Just the most insane, like, breakbeat stuff. The dude is so good at FM synthesis, it's fucking absurd. It's just crazy drum programming and FM synthesis. Like, yeah, no, it's nuts. Anyways, he has another album. I had no idea. There should be another album listed. Where's the other one? Should be under this one. Oh, title's kind of fucking stupid. It keeps dividing artists into multiple names, and I'm very, very annoyed with it. Anyways, this album's also fire, and I had no idea about it. Apparently, it's like always been there. Maybe, yeah, it's like a distributor thing. Certain albums getting hidden. But if you haven't heard this one is also really, really good. Yeah, really good. His melodies are so, like, they're all so emotional and like uplifting and happy or sad or whatever, and memorable as fuck. And then all of his beats are good. Yeah, he is good. Mr. Leaky is proselytizing my name. Thank you. Regardless, I've never seen anyone make such fire songs so quickly. Watching me work. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, there's plenty of people with fast workflow, but I guess not that many people stream the whole process. I feel like some people get really cagey about sharing it, or it's just like, I guess it's daunting also to like live stream or whatever. But I found that, like, especially in the scene, a lot of people don't want to share their secrets or whatever, and eventually, I mean, I did have that thought in the beginning when I first started making the videos, because like, oh no, people are gonna steal my sounds, oh no. But like, I don't know, they're gonna make different music with it, and if I'm defined by just the sounds that I make, then like, what what am I? Can I even compose a song? Am I a good composer? Like, what's the point of that, you know? So, yeah. Anyways, we're working on this breakdown. It sounds bad. Okay, it sounded kind of cool, but that's not what the drums are supposed to do. Is not, unfortunately. Wait, I think, I use this again later, don't I? I do. Okay, we're taking you out. Whatever. Except you are supposed to be on, and you're supposed to be on. Now I'm thinking, so we have this original. So this is from the original song. What if we like process the fuck out of this thing and then have it in the background? You think that could work? Maybe? Possibly? I've done something like this before for a couple other songs where I just like took the entire rendered MP3 and then I crashed my Ableton, didn't I? Oh, I didn't, thank God. Let's save, because whenever I think I'm crashing it, it usually means it's about to crash, so that's fun. Here, let's warp this, and let's just make sure, we just gotta make sure that the like snares are aligned pretty much, right? And then we should be Gucci. That is not aligned. No. Oh my lord. I hate it here. Yeah, no, that is definitely not an aligned snare. Sounds kind of sick, actually. Like, maybe on just one of the snares. Let's make this pans like really far to the left. That's just in the audio. I don't like it. Not a fan. Do that. I feel like this bit, what do I do to make this bit cooler? I don't think I can really layer this sound. The sound in particular, it works when it's like kind of minimal with the sub in the background. It's not gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I already know. Jesus Christ. No, that's just dumb. Maybe a better FM bass. Well, I like this thing so much. This basically, I guess you could probably recreate this with inharmonic FM, but we're using multiple frequency shifters with the dry wet. It's like the main motif hook. What the fuck? I know what that is. Shush. Except now the grain delay is on it. The thing is, it's gotta be this kind of sound. Maybe I just like change the pitch. Maybe I can do something cool. And then maybe I can make it like super crispy, like crazy distortion on top. Maybe. That's not really doing what I wanted. Kind of wanted something like, ooh, let's amplitude modulate it. Go 50%. Might be able to process it to get it warmer and lower harmonics. Well, this sound is weird. I remember trying to do that, and because it's like inharmonic as fuck, it doesn't play nice with a lot of stuff. Let's go Signfold, but it's been a while since I worked on this. Alright, shut up. Auto filter. A band pass. I think I just don't want to change the sound actually really at all. And it's going to make cooler shit happen around it. So, like, we can take one of... Like, let's put this guy back here. And then let's turn you off, and then I think, is the grain delay still on? No, I moved the MIDI thing around. So let's... That sounds like ass now. Maybe we just gotta like put more other stuff. guy. I want to ring modulate it with a square wave. That's what I want to do. I can use M freeform phase. Let's try M freeform phase here. That's not what I meant. M ring modulator. I'm just mixing up things that start with M. Let's see. I didn't know you could do that. That's cute. Is there another way to... Here we go. There we go. Yeah. Then now let's take a roar. Melda crashes your Ableton. I feel like the Melda's always been pretty stable for me. When I can just automate the depth amount. So silly of me. Is that not? There we go. Okay, I don't know. It's probably enough working on the song. I still need to make... I probably, I don't know, my perception's getting shot, so I need to just come back to this later and assess whether or not the section can stand on its own after all these previous iterations, and then I still need to create a variation over here, because right now this is a copy of this, and right now all of this is mostly a copy of that. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, new music, new song. Let's switch it up. Let's find my to-do list. We got a to-do list. I worked on that one enough. Oh, I could work on this guy. One's pretty good. Yeah. The Melda stuff would be so beautiful if the jank was departed. I mean, I haven't noticed much jank. When I've tried stacking ring modulators with Melda plugins, it tends to not work very well. Whereas if I stack ring modulators using like Ableton shifters, then it's fine. So like, I have noticed a couple things. Definitely a few. All right, let's while this thing loads, should have already had my synthesizer on. My Ableton doesn't like it when I go crazy in pigments. Why isn't all my UIs just disappear until I reboot my session? Oh, that's weird. That is weird. There's a couple Ableton devices that break if you go too crazy with them. Like, you cannot audio rate modulate the vocoder in Ableton. If you try audio rate modulating it, it just literally breaks and you need to reload it. You need to delete it and then bring in a new one. It's very weird. I have no idea why that is. Very strange. Let's find, oh, this one's kind of cool. Let's do a couple things. It's still loading. We can turn on the tablet cam. Can we? It's broken. What? Well, that's annoying. Okay, that broke. Ableton crashed. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna work on this song. Apparently my other camera is not being picked up. No idea why that is the case. Another instance of live. What are you talking about? Deactivate, activate. Well, it's busted. Okay, that's fine. Let's, oh yeah, the pizza tones. I did forget about them. Damn it. They would have been a good addition, yeah. All right, let's, how do I enable the arpeggiator on the synth? That way, I think. Okay, there's enough of that. I need a better way. I need to get an external, like a MIDI controller thing that syncs well with that. I remember I was doing that before, and it was a massive headache because I didn't. But I need to be able to twist knob and change the arpeggiator speed, right? When everyone hears how beautiful Mr. Balk creates it, they will weep until all their capacity for malice has departed. Great world peace, you know. Oh my lord, you're not supposed to do that. There's erosion on something and I don't like it. Oh, it's this guy, yeah. Tough. Why is this making clicks? OTT just being fucking obnoxious? Yep, it's just OTT. Goodbye, OTT. There's a fuck ton of pitch hack on this thing here. Oh, only one of them. section. The arpeggiating thing gets boring. I really wanted it to like figure out a way to transition it into this idea here. Hard cut it just straight into that. Honestly, big reverse reverb tail hard cut, the arc thing, or maybe not instead of hard cut, just like real low, you know? Maybe. Let's take. And then beat stop with the drums. A secondary idea. Maybe that can work. I was about to give up on that, but okay. My bad. Cool. Reverse. Hit him with the Valhalla Vintage Reverb. Big tail. And bounce track in place. Oh, that was really fast. I say, as it proceeds to not be fast. It lied to me. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That was still fast. Good job. Considering how fucking crazy this project file is, that was surprisingly really fast. If the group is muted, then these sends aren't going to be active, or am I just wrong? Right? What's the deal? What's the deal with sends anyways? Okay, that wasn't doing it. There's an ascending arpeggiating thing else. It's this guy. Yeah, let's put the second idea in the pitch hack group thing like this. This is it. Are annoying, but we can just filter them and stuff. Let's record this out, because is there randomness involved in this patch? There is a little bit, yes. supposed to play a different pattern. Where is supposed to play something different, but now let's get let's save the project file because I think it's gonna crash. And then let's get a disperser. Let's do the stepwise LFO thing. It's gonna crash, it's crashing. Goodbye. Well, see? Good thing I saved it. I literally just saved it. I'm so fucking smart. Able to predict when opening an LFO breaks everything. I love that. I love that. Okay, let's turn off arpeggiator. None. I don't know the rest of it, man. I don't know how to play this. I'm just pretending. Let's get a better thing. Why does it keep saying this instead of opening the thing? Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know the rest. I think maybe. Yeah, that's what it is. Close enough to it. Okay. We got the project file. It loaded. What was I gonna do? I was gonna... Oh, I could also just record me playing the Osmos, honestly. And that would totally fit with the song. But I'm committed to trying to with this thing right now. But that is an option. That is an option. Okay, so I wanted to see LFO. You can load just fine. Big old baby. Here, let's go stepwise. And then EQ disperser. And then we map you to you. Ever use any pitch bending techniques while writing MIDI chords? I feel like that's all I do. I feel like that is literally all I do, right? This is good. This is good. I'm a big fan of whatever the fuck this technique is I've been doing lately. I like it. Here, let's record this guy out now, and then let's flatline that, and then fuck with it. All right, a bunch of cool stuff there, and then we can take this, hit it with flatline. Then let's hit it with a stab, and then get rid of the transients. Let's see how well that works. We're just iterating over and over again. Here, all right, let's turn that off. Bring this back out. Take you. Nah, I'm going too far. These are mostly cool. I'm not a fan of the super high pitch transients that kind of result. Stab doesn't really remove them. It adds clicks instead. Whenever the transient gets detected and tries to cut it out really quickly, it just adds a click. Alright, let's try adding this, though there's already a fuck ton of stuff happening. You got a point. I think you got a point. If we use... like a fast attack? If we use a fast attack on Soothe, it's mostly the high-end stuff that I'm bothered by. And then Delta it? Is that... Well, no, then we're only going to hear the transient. Right? Is that how that works? I'm too tired for this, man. This will, with an attack, remove the thing. With the delay on, it'll with an attack, we'll hear the thing come in. And then I can add a parallel inverted polarity signal. No, I don't think that'll work. How would I do that? Why can't I think this through? This is like super simple. I can't think it through. Okay, so with an attack, the signal will come in. I don't know. I don't get it. My brain isn't working right now. I'm too tired. This is very annoying. No, that's it. That's literally it. It just has an attack. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think that works. Well, actually, I haven't been listening to the transition. So then the chords don't resolve or like lead to this. That's the issue. We also probably do some effect automation to make it work better. This guy here. Yeah. It's something. It's progress. It's progress. I think we are gonna make this work. The arpeggiating chord section, kind of brief. I need to tweak some of the MIDI notes, I think. Change MIDI notes towards end of phrase is chord progression. You know what I'm trying to say. You get it. Yeah. Okay. That's for me to read later and resolve that issue. Okay, that sounds good. Sounds pretty good. I'm happy with that. Progress, I guess. Yeah. No, that is good progress. It's very good. Let's go check our to-do notes. And think about what needs to be done. Okay, we're making some progress on this song. We've definitely changed the direction a little bit towards the end, but I think that's the right move. Everything else, most things are kind of done. I don't want to work on Cannibal Man. I'm traumatized from the last time I worked on it. I spent like a week tweaking and trying to mix it down and flattening the audio and making everything work right, and that ended up just sounding worse than it was supposed to before. So I don't have the bandwidth to face that right now. I don't know. I mean, I've been opening this one every other stream, and I feel like I should give this one a break for a little bit. We can check out Whale Dub. Let's check out Whale Dub again. That one we're getting pretty close. Definitely getting pretty close. We had a couple big changes in the last drop, and I just want to verify that those still sound good. And we'll do a couple mixing tweaks, and then be good. How does it go? I can't play it from memory. I don't know that one. Oh, come on. The very end, man. No. This word. lost. I don't remember the song. Nope. I don't remember this fucking song. Ugh. Okay, alright, we did the thing. Dungeon synth album would go so ham, yeah. I gotta sacrifice making bubbles and fart sounds and make fantasy roleplay music. Actually, like half sarcastic, half definitely not. Okay. There's actually everything's squashed to shit in this breakdown. I mean, I'm probably just realizing that because I was just playing an extremely dynamic instrument. I mean, this is a pretty fucking loud song, but the breakdown at least doesn't need to be this squashed, right? Right. Sick, but it gets so muddy. I wonder if there's a cleaner way. What frequency exactly is D0? Okay, I'm sorry, D1, whatever. 36.71. Oh, it's D sharp. We're playing a D sharp. My bad. Yeah, it's 39 something. 38.89. Where is LFO? Yeah, we want you 8.89. All right, so 38.89. Oh, 3. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, because I multiplied it by 2 or by 10. So 3.8 3.889. And then we'll set this guy to 3.889. And hopefully this will sound less muddy now. So I have anyone who doesn't know what the fuck is happening. We have an LFO tuned to this note, and this LFO is wiggling a disperser filter, like a stack of all pass filters, and that is phase modulating, and it sounds fucking cool when it increase the depth. But it sounds super muddy, or it did. Hopefully that should fix the mud. Definitely hands down one of my favorite artists right now. Hands down. Like I don't know, of music in this genre, they scratch an itch no one else is doing. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, you sound bad. The offset is going down. Oh, it's because the offset is going super low. I can't be doing that probably. Mr. Gordon, he's another live streamer. He does he's a microtonal musician, music theorist, and we tune into each other's streams pretty regularly. He goes by Zenpilled. You wanna watch someone play a Lumitone, and learn about Zen harmonic theory? That is a good place. Is a good place. You can always ask questions and they will be answered. He's a good teacher, and I don't know. I like to tune in there, talk about random microtonal theory shit. It's fun. It's a hoot. And his name's Gordon, so he's Mr. Gordon. I'm Mr. Papapapalk or something. And then there's a couple other characters in the leaky streamer universe. Cinematic, the leaky cinematic universe, but yeah, those are some of them, just to catch you up. Sulik, he's just a regular guy, but he surrounds himself with geniuses. Or maybe, he's a genius as well, actually. But he's bashful and calls himself a regular guy. So definitely he's very humble, I would say. The disperser thing is definitely fucking with the phase of all of this and like unlinks it. Wait, no, it's not even playing the whole time, actually, now that I think about it. The disperser thing isn't active always. I need you. I need this guy to swell a little bit better. So like I'm automating this fat rack to, you know, wub as well, but I need this to feel glued in with the other wub a lot more. So I'm gonna hit it with one of these. I think that should do it. I hope so. But it works. It definitely works. It needs to be squashed. Usually I don't like mixing music that loud, but I feel like it's necessary there. Definitely works. Hello, Mr. Mustard. I like your name. I like Mr. Mustard a lot, especially with the 3. Or are you Mr. Must the 3rd? Oh. Mr. Must 3rd. That's crazy. That's nuts. I don't know why that's doing something to my brain, and I like it. Okay, I think this is good. I think we might just be done with the song. TBH. I think so. So for reference, earlier. about True Peak. I've spent so many hours trying to understand like mastering practices and the technical shit that's going on with True Peak and well, whatever. I don't think any of it matters, man. Like maybe it mattered at a point, but like I don't know. I don't think it matters. And all of the producers that I look up to the most are like, yeah, I don't think it. I've never heard it in my life, and I'm like, I've never heard the consequences of that in my life either. But I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea. But yeah, definitely gonna play this at Ferngully. I mean, I got a 3 a.m. slot, so it's probably gonna be I don't know, a mix. It'll be a mix of things, down tempo, up tempo, or whatever. But this one definitely would work. I'm a little curious because the last time I played this out, I mean, it wasn't a great rig, but the key is D sharp, and it really could not feel the sub on that rig, and so I boosted the fuck out of the second harmonic, and ideally I think it's going to be playing on a better rig at Ferngully, so hopefully it sounds good. What's Bloom? Bloom is it's you twist knob and then it sounds good. It's what it does. It's like a multi-band compression. It's like a multi-band compressor, but it's like each band is tuned in such a way that it tries to match what generally sounds good for that region. And then you can like influence it and push it in different ways. And then if you push it a bunch, then it starts distorting as well. So it's like a whole bunch of shit in one. It's like a multi-band EQ compressor distortion thing that is made in such a specific way where you twist the knob and then it just makes things sound better. I use it all the time. It's cheat codes. It's really good on the master. Like I usually just put slight amounts on the master, so it's at like 17%. But like here, we'll do a by. Like at 100% is pretty extreme, but if, again, you can dial in and do stuff with the different bands. But I find it's really good, especially for highs, because it's reactive, right? It boosts things as it comes in. It doesn't just blanket boost all the highs, but like ultra highs, like 9 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz plus. And it just boosts them in a reactive way such that the transients still feel like natural and nice, but like really crispy, and it sounds fucking great. It's really good. It's also really good for mastering songs when other people's music, I'm using 2 of them in a series on my master. Yeah, I use it all the fucking time. When mastering other people's music, if their sub bass is super inconsistent and I'm trying to keep like a constant level sub, like sitting at around like -6 dB, assuming, you know, there's like, it's like a competitively loud song or whatever, that's generally my what I'm shooting for. You can automate this lows band really easily, and this it's reactive and will compress and set the sub in a way where it tends to like keep it concentrated at a certain level. So if I'm working with someone's song and it's like peaking at 0 dB and then it's playing at like -10 dB at another point or whatever, I can just automate this up and down, and it like really well works with it. Any suggestions on studio monitor for a room like mine? I'm using Barefoot Footprint 01s, which they're like pretty good. They're like the best speaker that you can get like in that price range for sure. My room isn't treated at all, though it is a small room with a bunch of furniture in it, so it's not terrible. But I honestly don't even know how much I'm missing out on by not having my room treated. Like having really hi-fi monitors but not having a treated room, probably kind of stupid, but is what it is. I will say, despite the room not being treated and there being like plenty of room modes and my sub frequency response really not being great, the transient detail on these monitors are fucking nuts. It still makes some stuff like pop out, and I'm able to hear stuff that I normally wasn't able to hear otherwise. And I've definitely noticed that my mixes I'm able to get my songs and mixes to a playable level very easily. Like I don't do car tests anymore. I don't need to. But yeah. Well, I'm not missing much. Don't worry. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much I'm missing, frankly, because room response matters a lot. Yeah, Barefoot's good. I got it simply because every single one of my favorite producers also use Barefoot, and I think all of them use Barefoot because all of their favorite producers use Barefoot. So it's just like kind of a thing, especially in like electronic music or whatever. If you want to ball the fuck out and get super crazy expensive speakers, I would get Genelec A631A, I think. They look like these, but they're 5,000 per. Yeah, these guys, they look like the turrets from Portal. These guys, I want them. I want them so fucking bad. I think these are just like the absolute dream music producer monitor. So if I ever blow the fuck up, and I'm gonna treat the hell out of my room. I'm so excited, honestly. I'm so excited for when I have a room that I can like actually treat. I'm gonna get so fucking nerdy about it. I'm gonna get so nerdy about it. It's gonna be crazy. But Genelec is really good. They're kind of the industry standard for flat frequency response acoustic testing. So pretty much all FAA, NG companies, all the audio divisions, they always use Genelec monitors. When I was working at Dolby, we just had these ones, the 8010A. They're super tiny. They're so flat. They sound really good. Honestly, you could get these, and this would be a very like smart decision if you were trying to quote unquote save money, even though they're $800 on monitors. You know, if $4,000 for Barefoot is too expensive, I vouch for Genelec for sure. They are super flat, super transparent. And my understanding is like all their models pretty much do the same thing, just at higher and higher levels of volume that you can get, you know. I recommend Kali Audio. I feel like I have not heard much about them. Okay, there's SoCal. Cool. But if you ever want to get super nerdy, Audio Science Review Forum is, you know, when you're trying to figure out your choice, I would recommend going through it. Basically, this dude owns the forum, and he just reviews different equipment and takes measurements of all of them. Don't treat it as 100% gospel. His review of the Barefoot footprint monitors is actually pretty shitty, but it turned out after he'd done all of his measurements and reviewed it and everything, he took his measurements in the far field when it's a near field response speaker, and near field wave propagation and far field wave propagation is way different, and the Barefoot models use this like really weird 3-cone. It's a very atypical and not standard speaker setup, so it works specifically well in the near field. That's another thing with my room setup, is that like where my desk is positioned and where my walls are, the speakers are not positioned optimally at all. But despite it being a really shit setup, I'm still able to get good use out of them. As much use as I would if it was treated, definitely not. 4K is more on the instrument kind of buy, rarely for me. Yeah, no, you can. It depends on what you're trying to get out of it. Honestly, like, it didn't like level up. Like, I'm able to make the same mixes generally, I think, as I was able to make before. It's just that I get there way faster now. It's like a kind of like a workflow thing, you know, just because they're so transparent. Before, I would have to listen to it a lot, listen to reference tracks, listen on different monitors and stuff like that to know, you know, if certain elements sound right. Now it's generally super transparent. Yeah. So my portable JBL isn't recommended. Well, if you learn what your portable JBL sounds like, and you know it very intimately and very well, you can get by with anything, right? Like, as long as you just know what it sounds like. So hypothetically, yeah, I'm working in an untreated room. My speakers aren't positioned optimally, but if I just learn what this room sounds like and what these speakers sound like in this position, then I can mix for that, right? Just use reference tracks and just learn it. Now, depending on how bad your room is, if you're in like a null that is like so bad that like it doesn't reproduce the bass at all, then yeah, that's going to be an issue. Like there's going to be some modes can be so severe that like yeah, you kind of need to fix that, but generally just learn it. Just learn what it's supposed to sound like. And then if there's why did my brain just shut off like mid fucking thought? That's so annoying. Oh, if there's issues, if you're consistently getting certain things wrong, then I don't know, consider like mixing things up and using headphones or something else as well. Or just using like spectrum metering stuff. So for instance, my sub bass, there's a bunch of room modes in my sub bass region because I'm in an untreated tiny box, right? So how do I know when my sub bass is good? I just use a spectrum on the master and I just make sure that the sub bass is hitting around the right volume generally. And then that sounds good. I mean, I also have workflow for using one specific type of sub. Like I just use hip hop sub because I know it works like 99% of the time. And that and my kick drum are usually the only thing playing in the sub range. So since that's super, super controlled, I don't really need to hear it for it to sound good. I know what works and I know the levels that they're supposed to be. Do you think it's really necessary to have monitors? Like, I somewhat wish I'd spent more on headphones and foregone the monitors in my room are quite big and untreated. I mean, it's not necessary, but I will say that, like, if you produce only on headphones, producing on monitors is fun as fuck. And, like, you want to have fun when you're producing music. It's inspiring, you know? So, like, I have headphones and I have monitors, and the decisions I make when my headphones are on versus when I'm listening on my monitors are different. They can point out different things. And I like to, sometimes you like to listen to that shit super loud, and that's fun, you know? I mean, you could make everything on just headphones. That's totally valid. Have I ever made any mixing / mastering effect racks to help with my workflow and style? I've tried before a couple times when I was like newer, but no. Not really. Mixing racks, like technically, but they're like more so sound design racks. Like I've made like stereo imaging racks and stuff like that because that's technically like a part of mixing. But at the end of the day, it's just like, okay, I want to compress this, I want to EQ this, I want to add reverb. You know, they're usually decisions that I make one shot at a time, right? It's one step at a time. I think using mastering racks that are just already have all the shit there, I think that's stupid. I think you shouldn't do that. And every time I've worked with someone who was using they would just slap a mastering rack in that already just had a bunch of glue compressors and whatever limiter and a clipper and everything already there, it tended to just sound bad. I would just listen to your master and see what it needs and then just put it on the master. I mean, now that being said, I do almost the exact same thing every single master, and that is I use a bloom on the smiley curve preset. I'll tweak some of the bands a little bit, and I'll mix it in at somewhere between 10 and 40%, depending on how bad my mix is. And then I just smack it with a limiter from Ozone 8. That's all I do. But of course, you know, I'll like tweak the attack of the limiter and the threshold or whatever. That's my mixing, that's my mastering approach. But again, mastering, how good your master is depends on how good your mix is, right? So that's mastering and mixing, when you're doing all of it yourself, is kind of the same thing, right? Mastering is the idea that someone else is going to listen to your song and then polish it and make tweaks because they have a trained ear and they haven't been torturing themselves listening to the same song for weeks on end, right? So they have objectivity, they can make final tweaks, and then they can you know, just like slight boosts and changes in volume or whatever, and then they can limit it and master the track, and then then you're done. It's about getting another pair of ears to listen to your thing. So technically, like, I wouldn't even call, like, this isn't mastered in that sense because I'm just mixing into a limiter. This is just an effect rack. This is just a group mixing rack, and I'm just mixing into that, and then no one else is listening to this in the end. I know it's the industry, like, it's kind of expected in the industry such that you have a mastering engineer and you should have someone else look at your thing in the end. But the people that I look up to most in the music world just do it all themselves, so I know it's possible to do it all yourself, so therefore I'm going to do it all myself, and I'm just going to get better and better. So yeah, some of my releases don't sound as good had I, like, given it to a mastering engineer, but I'll take that because it's a learning thing. You know, I learn in the process, and then I get better, and then I'm able to eventually do it all myself. So that's my like mentality for it. In my basement that I love the sound of, and I'm thinking so hard as a beginner producer, long time player. How do you meter your dynamic subs? Trying to get my levels right on track and is a bit weird. Just like have them. If I found like if I have a super dynamic sub, it can slap to have the sub like dynamically peak really fucking high, as long as like on average is pretty low. So like my song Fever Dream. This sub is super fucking loud. Now, mind you, I still think it's too loud. I should still turn it down a little bit. I definitely should still turn it down a little bit, but it's super dynamic also, so it's not too bad, right? I think it works, and that's just because it pulses in volume like pretty heavily. So when it pulses in volume pretty heavily, then the highest parts are just like you're just getting massaged by it. If it was playing at that volume the whole time, it would be like obnoxious, right? Monitors are much more reliable. Depends on the room. I feel like headphones are more reliable because they sound the same. My kitten is trying to get into my room so she could fuck everything up again. To be fair, my opinion may be slanted as my neighbors don't fuck with the speakers out loud enough to make good decisions, but it's real peak and a waste of good speakers as of right now. Well, you don't make good decisions actually when your speakers are super loud. There's like a saying where if it sounds good quiet, then it'll sound great loud. Right? Because when the louder psychoacoustics, your perception of different frequencies and sounds and transient detail and everything changes depending on the volume of the level, right? That's why the Fletcher-Munson EQ curve like varies depending on loudness. The whole thing, it's a very chaotic system, right? When you are pushing something really loud, you can hear every single detail super clearly, right? Because everything's fucking loud. But if everything's quiet, you still want to be able to hear every detail clearly. So if you make something super loud and you're like, oh yeah, I can hear everything, it sounds great. It might not be the case when that's quiet, and your listeners are probably going to listen to it not that loud. So you should mix things quiet. I mean, you should check what they sound like at all the volume levels generally, but also ear fatigue, also hearing damage. Like, don't mix super loudly. Yeah. Gonna say touch deeper so not as noticed but felt. Yeah, ear fatigue is the real enemy here. So yeah, I don't know. That's me yapping on mixing and mastering stuff. But yeah. Okay, this song, it's sounding pretty good. There's still a box sucks here. Just take a couple notes. The baseline is no longer succo mode. We'll just rename this to that. And then let's add a note for myself. Vox and drop. Sucks. Bars. I'll figure that out. You check my mix? Yeah, I got you. I would watch these clicks, like I mean everything's clicky, but like that click right there, when you bring in the perk that gets still laid out, that's panned to the right, that click is way too much, I think. And I think these guys are kind of piercing. It's kind of hard for me to tell, because you haven't played any like loud elements yet. So maybe the rest of the song is way louder and I just have shit turned up, but I think these are a little bit too bright. I would turn them down. Yeah, these signs are too loud. These signs are definitely too loud now that I have full reference. Turn them down like 5 dB. This like sort of baseline, I think that's sort of operating as a baseline. I think you can probably saturate it a little bit. I would use like a little bit of signfold distortion. If you're using Ableton, the make it warmer preset is pretty good. I would try playing with that. Vary the dry wet. I think that could just make it a little bit louder, a little bit beefier. Makes it warmer, gives a little more harmonics. Yeah, the sine melody between 1 and 2 kilohertz. That frequency region is, you know, very delicate, so I would turn those. Wait, I think I heard clipping. Let me go back. Yeah, there's like a pan to the right, like the kicks play, the dun-dun. And when the kicks play, there's like this weird distortion that is to the right. It doesn't sound like clipping, it sounds like something else, but it sounds odd. I don't know. It grabbed my attention in a slightly negative way. Do with that what you will. You know, things are subjective, of course. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. How do you make these? Is this a ring modulation on squelches? I think. sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going back a second. I think I heard a click. Yeah, there's a click right around 3:25. It probably happens more throughout the songs. It's in between the kicks, the two kicks. No, maybe not. Maybe that's just the percussion. It's just the transients on the percussion. I might be going crazy. No, there's no click. I'm crazy. It's just listening on my monitors. The percussion around it sounded kind of like it. I kind of don't know if the last drop is necessary. I mean, it sounds cool for sure, but the song ends up getting kind of long. Maybe if you could do a little bit more in that breakdown right before the last drop to make it just a teensy bit more interesting, a little bit more subversion of expectation, maybe harmonically, maybe playing like, I don't know, extending the chords that are being played a little bit or something. Could possibly I just want like a teeny bit more interest. Maybe risers, make the build up or the breakdown, that last one, a little bit more interesting relative to the rest. Add something new to keep me hooked in, because I start to lose interest around then, and then the beat comes back in and I'm vibing again, but it does feel like it's starting to get kind of long. So working on I would say risers and fallers. Wait, there's 20 seconds left. I'm gonna keep playing, but yeah, just using some effects. I think risers and fallers would help. Super cool, really good, super vibey. I don't know what was. I think the only real feedback I have is there's that click in the beginning, the sine wave, like 1.5 kilohertz melody is too loud, and there is, at the end of every phrase, there's this white noise thing that gets panned really aggressively. And I think it might be getting panned too aggressively. Maybe you lower the width on that by like 50% or something. When it goes across, it sounds like it's cutting in volume for a second. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. It's really fast. I think I'm crazy. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ignore that. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I said in the beginning, I suggested maybe a little bit more distortion on this thing. I don't know. Do with that advice what you will. I'd say the only urgent thing really is just this guy is too loud. That melody. Yeah. Okay, I think the white noise thing that gets panned really quick, maybe you can try changing up the direction that it's panning. make it, you know, pan to the right, pan to the left. Maybe have it be centered, but have a filter open up it, you know, so it like goes up. Maybe play around. If you've seen my like height panning tutorial videos, maybe you could try like creating height illusions with it. And so instead of panning hard left to hard right, it's like kind of right and like up above your head and pans diagonally down. Stuff like that. Add reverb to it so that like it echoes out sometimes. Maybe just make that a little bit more variable, I think. You could also, instead of hard panning, do binaural panning, which could be cool. Or do a mix of like 50% hard panning, so really it's only like 6 dB quieter in one ear versus the other, and then also apply binaural panning, which I think that should sound fine, even though that would add a comb filter when it's made into mono. It would probably still sound fine because it's just a really fast perk, or yeah, like a perk fill thing. Because that one element is just like a little bit too predictable in how it does the exact same thing every time. Maybe less distortion on the melodies. Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of tricky. I understand why you're doing it. I get why you're doing it. But I want it to be smoother, you know? You got racks for this type of stuff? Yeah, check out it's like the most popular video on my YouTube channel. This one here, we talk about height filters and height illusions, and I walk you through how to build a height filter. And then this one here, we talk about binaural filters and binaural panning and stuff like that. These they go pretty deep, but we talk about ears and ear makeup and stuff like that, and that's fun. And then on my Patreon, I have all the racks in these videos. But if you don't want to subscribe to the Patreon, then I literally walk you through and show you exactly how to make all the racks step by step. But I also just have a fuck ton of racks on my Patreon. You should all give me money. Go subscribe to my Patreon. But yeah, otherwise, song's fire. I don't know, it's good. Yeah, maybe see if you can get away with using a little bit less saturation on the melodies, because like, I don't know. It sounds cool, but I don't know. Maybe instead of saturating those melodies, change the wave shape to something I really like, because I think you're using wavetable a lot, and I also use wavetable a lot. Is when I want wave table. Yeah, erosion on the melody, maybe a little too much. Oh yeah, no, you are using. I don't think you're using wavetable. You're just using like using something with a sine wave and then putting erosion on it. But I really like a lot of these harmonics wavetables. Where you just like this guy here. Right, so like we can make this noisy. Right, so normally right, and then harmonics. So maybe instead of just putting distortion on your sine wave melodies, make it mostly a sine wave, but just a hint of an interesting harmonic series above it. So that way you're still getting the harmonics, but it doesn't have that distortion sound, and then it can brighten up the mix a little bit. I need to get Ableton 12, I guess, still rocking 11. I mean, I think Wavetable's in 11, I can't remember. I'm trying to think, what does 12 even add? That's great. I mean, I love the microtonal stuff that they added in 12. I remember being kind of let down with most other things, but yeah, I guess most of the racks and stuff like that on my Patreon, they would not be that. Anyways, there's a bunch of different shapes. Am I still applying for a job? Why is it so hard to find one? Because basically during like right after COVID, like around COVID 2022 or whatever, we were in a bubble, and they hired way too many computer science people, and there was a massive surge, and a fuck ton of people got degrees and graduate degrees for computer science, me included. And then eventually they realize we have way too many people. Let's lay off a fuck ton of people. It's also way cheaper to offshore all of these jobs to like India. And then also AI is coming in. And so now we can have one developer do the work of like one developer plus 5 interns or whatever the fuck. So why would you ever need to hire interns and junior developers if you can just have one dude do all the work with AI and save, you know, $500,000 a year just from that one investment, right? So it's a mix of a bunch of stuff. But oh, and so everyone's been laid off. There's also way less jobs available. So the jobs that are available are now being applied to by like senior developers with like fucking 20 years of experience. So junior developers are basically completely fucked. So the experience I need as a junior developer is not happening, which is very, very annoying and unfortunate. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to like get a job in the like acoustics, psychoacoustics field or whatever, just because, you know, my experience at Dolby. But I think just like all tech is kind of impacted and kind of fucked. I remember when I was working at Dolby, like everyone was getting laid off there as well. So I don't know what to make of it. It's a mess. But I'm just gonna keep on trucking. I just started doing part-time tutoring for calculus, so that at least my life plan, if we're gonna talk about fucking life stuff, is it seems like, well, unless AI completely replaces tutors, which frankly, honestly, if the kids know how to use AI properly, it totally could. Yeah, Wavetable's really good. Yeah, if kids use AI properly, like, you really don't need a tutor. I guess it depends. It depends. Human interaction is still important or whatever, but my idea is I can like, you can make decent-ish money just like tutoring people mathematics and stuff like that, college students, high school students, which I can definitely do that. And then I can also have income from the music career, and so, you know, it's like impossible to make a living by like music alone. Generally, you need to like have multiple sources of income. So I don't know. I could see like the music thing is slowly starting to take off, and it is like exponential now that I think about it. Like we're gonna talk numbers because big numbers are fun. And maybe this is inspiring for y'all. It took me like 6 years to get to like 400 followers or 500 followers. And then in 2 years now, from then, I got to here. In the past 4 months, I went from 1,000 to 1,200. So like it's exponential. So I could see that exponentially ramping up, and then maybe, you know, I don't know. I make like probably like $30-$40 a month from like streaming and people purchasing music. So if this was to get 5 times, let's say 10 times as big, I mean, that would just be like $200-$400 a month. But then I would play shows as well. Then I could play shows, and then people would pay me more if I were to play shows, so I could see that increasing. And then also I make like a couple $100s a month from Patreon. So I have a mix of income coming from a bunch of stuff. It's all very, very small right now, but I could see that if everything scales and if like my music career starts to take off a little bit, I at least have the seeds kind of planted such that I have multiple streams of revenue. And then that mixed with, you know, like tutoring or whatever, some other like side job, then maybe I can make a living off of it. So that's like the backup plan. I mean, the main plan was to get a job in the tech industry with my fucking computer science masters, but that is looking weird. So, jobs for broke people. True. So, I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, making music, try to do this tutoring thing so I can make some money because I'm broke as fuck, and then keep applying for jobs, and then maybe this market will correct itself, maybe the bubble will pop, and people will realize that AI is completely fucked up the internal like software infrastructure at all these companies. They do need to train junior developers, and maybe they'll hire me back, but I have no idea of predicting the future, and it looks kind of grim. But on the positive news, number only go up in terms of like listeners and fans and stuff. So I always thought that was like a good like wisdom or mentality, is that like every fan that you like the fans that you make, they don't like go down. Like it's just another person who's heard of you, and then your brand is then in their brain, right? So if you played a show for 30 people, and those 30 people like that show, you are going to live on in the memories of those 30 people, and that doesn't go away, right? It's like the gains just go up. Even if it's slow, you're still setting the base, you're still setting the foundation, right? So yeah, that's the idea. But yeah, job stuff is weird. Oh, very weird. Yeah. But music's going good. It's going good. Pretty happy with the direction of things. Still got to work on figuring out fully what I want to do. The current loose plan is I'm going to work on an album. I'm going to release a single of that song I was working on in the beginning of the stream. And then I'm going to work on this album, and hopefully I can have this album out sometime next year. Or I release an EP instead, much sooner than this album. I probably should do that. Especially, we're just talking about big number. People don't want to listen to albums. Really, it's just release only fucking singles, honestly. But despite that being the clearest best path to, like, success, I just really want to release a fucking album. Can't wait for my famous person crypto scam arc. That's when you know you made it, bro. Yeah, right? Like, actually? That'd be so exciting. Just burn my entire reputation. Fuck over everyone. No, actually, no one would get fucked over who, like, wasn't asking for it, frankly. It's like the Hawk Tua girl. Like, who could be upset at that, honestly? It's Hawk Tua coin. Come on. But, yeah. Oh, and... I can't say, but I think with decent certainty, seems like 90% chance of happening, I'm going to play a very, very big show sometime early next year. And so that'll be like a cool boost to things, assuming I don't fuck everything up. So I don't know. There's good stuff to look forward to. The actual job and making a living and, like, you know, putting money into like retirement and like being a successful worker under capitalism, that whole thing is looking weird as fuck, but the music thing is pretty cool. So yeah, Dungeon Synth album is beckoning me. That is true. Like, if I'm working a job and making money for retirement, how am I going to make roleplay fantasy music? Okay. I think I'm done yapping. I am gonna end the stream, do some chores, and then I don't know. I need to eat food. Do the other stuff. You need Odie as a manager to get in the game. No, Odie's done, man. He's so over everything. I'm sure. I would be too, dude. Amount of people talking shit on him. I mean, maybe he deserves it. I don't know. I've never met him personally. I've seen him a couple times walking around, but I've literally never had a conversation with him. But, like, I would not want to be him with everyone fucking spreading rumors. Though, like, the community's, like, just on the fact of how fucking stupid the community can be at times as, like, a hive mind, I'm, like, de facto kind of on his side on a lot of things. Just, like, I don't know, man. The fan base is toxic as fuck. It's kind of wild. Anyways, I don't know what I'm saying. Really love to come stateside to peep this music scene at some point. I bet the shows are wicked. They are pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm for realsies. I'm leaving. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I will they'll probably stream again tomorrow. I don't know. I'm playing a show, I think Saturday night or Friday night. But other than that, I should be streaming like most nights, assuming I'm not busy with anything. All right, I'm in now. Take care.